Hello, YouTube. How's everybody doing? I hope the start of your week has been going good for you. Mine's been same old, same old. They're still doing the construction outside of our building. I did mention a little while back they took out our pool that was no longer in use, and I know they're fixing the concrete that because we have an underground parking lot right underneath that area they're fixing, and we have a few spots that, due to trees and such, have caused a little bit of damage. So they're going to be at it for a while. But anyhow, we're not here for the construction mayhem going on at my building. We are here for my Monday themed project, which is mosaic blankets that I'm doing. Well, mosaic crocheting in general, and I'm doing blankets. I purchased this book a little while back off of the Amazon Canadian site. It is also available on Amazon US. I did look, plus, I think there's a couple other books, similar idea for blankets. So if you're interested, please go on over and have a look. The blanket I am doing is this striped hardy blanket. So it's three sections of hearts, and there's stripes, and then there'll be more hearts at the top. I'm going to do the stripes. Originally, I know when I first talked to you guys about it way back when I first got the book and was talking about which one I was going to make. Originally, I was just going to do all hearts rotating between the two colors. Love to do that, but it's going to take a lot more blue, two shades, like the two different shades of blue I'm using to make the blanket. And I made it pretty wide so that if hubby and I are at the camper and, we want to snuggle on the couch while we're watching a movie or something, we got a nice blanket to, put over us if we want it. And that's why I'm making this one the width of it. Now, when you guys saw it last time, I was in the process of working on the dark blue set of hearts. I have now completed that, and I just started the light blue. I'm going to do light blue, dark blue, light blue. Then I'm going to do a really big section of the solid stripes, and then the top half is going to be dark blue, light blue, dark blue. Kind of balance out my blue yarns, and that way I know I've got enough to go through with the blue. So there's the dark blues, and you guys can definitely see the hearts now. And then here's what it looks like, the light blues. I hope you guys can see it because I can't see the screen. But yeah, so, and like I said, I just started the first row of the light blues. So I got a little ways to go before I'll be on the stripes. But yeah, the dark blues definitely, the light blues you can see as long as I hold it a little closer for you guys to see. But yeah, I'm loving this mosaic pattern. Now I'm doing there's two ways, I guess, which I didn't realize there was till I started this project. Two ways you can do mosaics. One way, it's one row across the front, then you put on the new color, and then you go one row across the top or the front, put on your new color, and you're cutting a lot of ends. This way I like because hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, you guys will be able to see it. You carry the yarn up the side. I'm pretty sure you guys can see the yarn being carried up here. And it's only a tiny little bit of yarn. If you attach your yarn at the beginning, you got a longer piece. Then you work all the way across to the far end, and then you got to cut it off, and you got a longer piece. You go through a lot more yarn that way, and I was not a fan of that technique. I definitely like this one. This is a 2-row repeat, I guess you can kind of say. So you work the front, then you turn and you work the back, then you change your colors. So that's all I've done so far for my blanket. I still really do love doing the mosaic projects. I've been on Pinterest, and you guys know that's kind of, oh no, that could get me in trouble. And I found a lot of mosaic little mini graphs of just like individual little patterns. So it would be easy enough to get a bunch of different graphs and like do different stripes. Like say one row of the hearts, then one row, say, of like a cloud or something, and then one row of what, like a shooting star, or like a funky looking star or something. One row of maybe a plant, like a cactus or something. Like you can find a lot of different graphs and kind of work them all together. Then some being like a little funky design mosaic, like an abstract striping of some kind or whatever. So I'm definitely, now that I like this, I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I do know there is another pattern in this book specifically I want to make, and it's pine trees. But I believe that one is a one row repeat, so you just work the front, I think. I could be wrong on that. I know I looked at it and I thought it was maybe 2-row repeat like this one, but the graph looked a little different. I do, however, also know, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be working on that one, because who knows how long this project's going to take. And I want to switch between mosaics and mandalas, because I love doing mandala blankets as well. So after this blanket is done, I will be doing another mandala blanket. And then I know I already mentioned the hubby. For Christmas this year, I'd like to go back to Mary Maxim and get some yarn from there, or order online and have them ship it to me. Our Mary Maxim in Paris, Ontario, have a lot of the Burnett ombre yarn, and I would like to get my hands on a lot of it. I think that's literally what my Christmas shopping is going to be this year, is a lot of that yarn, and like at least 3-4 skeins of like 3 or 4 or 5, who knows how many colors I may get. I'd like to get a blue and maybe the pink, the purple, and then the green. We'll have to wait and see. I know there's a one with browns and tans and beiges, so we'll have to wait and see what yarns I get. But I do know that is my goal, to kind of stock up on it, to have it in my stash and ready to go. And when I go to the pine tree one, I've got the green ombre to do that with. I would love to have done the hearts in an ombre, but because the sections are so short, I don't know how much I would have really liked it. But then I could have, I don't know, I was thinking something I do, like I could have actually done the white in the ombre, and then the blue, instead of doing 2 different shades of blue, do it all blue maybe with stripe, like all one shade or something. I don't know. There's ways you can do it. That's all I know. I'm kind of thinking in my head here. I'm thinking out loud. I'm sorry about that, guys. That's for another time. Anyways, if you're new and you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am mainly a yarn channel. I crochet and knit. I have dabbled a little bit with the loom, making hats. I do hope to make a few more, because I've got a really nice kit, and I don't want to just, get rid of it, because I have it. I'd like to get better at it. I know I'd also like to get really better at it, so I can get the S-shaped one to do a blanket on the loom, because that looks like a lot of fun, and there's so many different stitches you can do on a loom. So I do dabble in that a bit. I also am attempting to garden on my balcony, and I'm going to be sad to show you guys the next video I do, because I've lost a lot of stuff and it's not going well. I've got a critter. I don't know if it's a squirrel or the pigeons that are in the neighborhood. And at first I didn't think it was a squirrel, so I was out there watering my garden earlier this evening, and on the building that's behind mine that is not part of our complex, something caught my eye, and I looked at it, and it was about 6 stories up, and it was on the solid brick wall side of the building. So like, here would be the balconies which face towards my building. Then there's the solid brick wall. There's a walkway between, and then our building, our third building we have our complex. And this little squirrel was climbing up the solid brick wall side. I thought, okay, yep, the squirrels could then become ones coming on my balcony, digging up my plants and eating the things on me. And now that we're already into July, I feel a little late, unless I can hit a garden center that still has possible plants, but most of our garden centers have now gotten rid of everything, because we are now into July. So yeah, whatever I've got growing is what I've got for the year. But I did tell you guys, as long as I get one produce, and actually 2 out of my 3 cucumber plants have like a little flower on them, which is a good step forward. Although I noticed when I went out tonight, now we were also at 33 degrees Celsius, so 66 plus 30, that's 96 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe, if I'm doing my math right. Nope, wait a minute. 33, 66, 98 degrees Fahrenheit, I think it is. Yeah, because it's at 32, I believe. Anyway, so we were almost pushing 100 Fahrenheit today. So my cucumbers, they said, yeah, this is a little warm for us. I closed up the buds. Well, as of yesterday, I only had the one open and a spot where a bud was going to start growing. Well, it grew and then it was all closed up. So hopefully those will get pollinated and I'll get cucumbers. So yes, I am attempting gardening for the first time. Maybe you'll be interested in that. Also, hubby and I do go to the camper. We have a small property we own just about 40 minutes outside of town, outside of the city. And we do go up there pretty frequently, so you never know. I may have videos that I record up there. So it may have something you like. If you guys have any suggestions or something you may like to see, drop me a line. I will try and do my best to do something along what you're asking. And we'll see how it goes from there. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Tomorrow is Tuesday. And you guys know I'm working on that burgundy cardigan. So hopefully I'll have a few rows more to show you guys on it. It's coming along. It's getting heavy. Of course, I'm doing 2 big heavy projects 2 days in a row in the dead of summer. But hey, that's how I go. So anyways, guys, thanks again. And I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.